It's the Lecker Rugby Pod Instant Reaction with Harry Jones.
How's it, Harry here, for a brainless, thoughtless reaction to that pile-driving liquidation of sale at the Piley Reese. I mean the DHL, which stands for delicious, hot, and lekker, or hard. The Harry Index is aroused by this win, and so, we could look at that. It might be a hard index soon. Dobbo saves his job from Johan van Kraan. Heineken Meyer wait for a while. This thing is going all the way. Maybe if the Bulls are choosing the Urk over the champions, maybe the Stormers will sneak into the final, the top 16 of the champions. And who wants to play them in this mood? Listen, when Fenta took it to 40, it just felt like an utter hammering, and that's the same age as Dion Ferry, by the way. This game started very weirdly because the Stormers refused to exit. One of the Harry fixed plans is, you must exit. Stop fooling around. No, we don't want to exit. We're going to play for 5 minutes in our own half, trapped on the 5 meter, and then hope that we get snaffles and jackals, which we did. But Malherbe was being marmalized. It was a very sad day. I don't even want to talk about it that much, but it was like watching John Wayne become the Indian in the movie, or I don't know, Hercules with the flu, or maybe like a giant Great Gatsby without the bread. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, Schickerling resumed service, and he's got a 6'15" he is. He's got to be a buck, loping, galloping awkwardly, stumbling to the try line. Hutzenberg and Jonathan Roche playing that diocesan rugby. It wasn't even actually from Piley Reese. That was from the Sahara. That was Avenue. That was cemetery rugby. And it was symmetrical. I mean, on defense, Roche was a beast, and his head never changes in the tackle either. It's like Timmy Horan for the Wallabies back in the day. It's like a helmet of its own. Lekker hair. And then Hartzenberg was regaining kicks and bothering kicks and just fouling everything. It was beautiful to see that. Orange was the new yellow in the end, after France was given his unjust, unfair, and must be revoked yellow card because the feeds were not credible. I just went back and saw that there was feeds that, they're always crooked, right? It's always skew. But they weren't credible. It was bizarre. So I think it's almost like if you don't contest in the line-out, then you don't get the call. I shouldn't get the call on that. But 14-0 at the half after Marnie Lebuck almost forgets to dot down. He's thinking about his shopping list. He's going through the list of things he has to do. He's running through his kick routine that he does now. That's quicker and calmer and cooler. He still misses sometimes, but he did put it down. And also there was a really interesting play where Murat went to he passed the wrong cunt. And maybe Tom Curry in the whole shenanigans about his incredible, white privilege pain where he, suffered from the boy from Bethlehem. Maybe he actually learned some things, and he put Murat on notice for him running a support line to him. So Murat tries assist to Tom Curry of all people, but it doesn't matter because the scores start to come, and then they start to really flow. Second half starts, and it's again the Roche show. An incredible kick regain. Hartzenberg is just bricking everything. And the scrum nest gets sorted out. There's almost a penalty try for Ivan Ruiz, who was definitely a handful and made a statement, I think, coming back. But on the way to 26-0, Gelant also did the trick where Gelant only does amazing things, amazingly cock or amazingly beautiful. There's an absence of the mean, the median. You'd be like the most incredible lack of standard deviation in statistical analysis, but it's just madness. The whole thing is madness. Stormer Bowl this year is a bit like this time when some groups of friends and I had our Kawasaki's and we broke into a bowling alley that existed in Weinberg back in the day. Took some of those old, 10-pin bowling balls, put them in our rucksacks, back on the Kawasaki, scaled the back of a drive-through bioscope that had smut films late in Kirsanov, just off Main Road before you could turn the corner around to the Flay. And we climbed up there and dropped those bowling balls on the top of the cars that were watching the smut film right in the moment of climax. If you say, why What sense is that? What did we get out of it? Same thing with the Stormers play. But today, against a limited, unimaginative, almost too scripted Sale Sharks, who looked like they had no interest in the match after a while, that's what it's like. And it works sometimes, you know? Like that Joel, that was pretty cool, actually. So I don't know what to go from here, except that the season's not over and life begins anew. And stand up, Dion Ferry, who hits rucks like a train that has lost all sense and brakes. Like we said, Schickerling was really notable. Tinnason's a good contest man at all areas of the pitch. And Jean-Luc was steering the Starship Stormers again with his underrated mullet and underrated skill and space, making up for an extreme lack of pace. All across the board, good times. And also Marty, Marty flexing for the camera, just ripping up his shirt to show everyone his abs. It was a good time. Loved it. Now let's go for the Sharks. I saw that Sia Khaleesi won the toss with a very, very weird toss, but he's so heavily bandaged, maybe it's hard to pull his thumb. So now it's time to go into Toulouse, which definitely is a test team. Everyone on their starting 15 is a test international, and they would definitely beat France.
It's the Lekker Rugby Pod instant reaction with Harry Jones.